Erling Haaland is already breaking records in football, but can he break the world's most difficult goal-scoring records, like Ronaldo's Champions League all-time record of 140 goals, or Leo Messi's 50 goals in a La Liga season? In today's video, we're gonna crush every goal-scoring record with Erling Haaland. The first record we're gonna try and break is the most goals in a single Premier League season held by Mo Salah. All we need to do is score more than 32 goals in the Premier League with Haaland. We do that, and Haaland's a record breaker in the Premier League. Okay, so for the first season with Haaland, we're gonna be in the Premier League, that's for sure. Man City's literally the best club to break this record. He's gonna break it in real life anyways. But for us to do it here with Man City, I think we need to build the best team possible around Haaland. Because hey, a striker can only score goals when he's got the team around him. Davies is so freaking rapid. He's gonna be more of a left winger, whipping in them crosses to Erling Haaland, and I'm sure Haaland is happy to have him in the team. And so Haaland has now got a very competitive team around him. I reckon in the first season itself, he should be able to break the record. Let's see what happens. Halfway through this season, and Man City top of the Premier League, but what matters more is how many goals has Haaland scored. He's grown well in his overall, and he scored 14 goals in the Premier League halfway through the season. I mean, he's the top scorer in the Premier League, but I don't think that's going to be good enough to break the record. He needs to score 19 more goals in 19 games, which is possible for Haaland. I think we need to get Haaland a new teammate. I think a right winger who can, play more crosses into Haaland. To help Haaland get more assists, we're bringing in a right winger who's known as an assist king, Ousmane Dembele, a very dynamic winger. That's a bit of a Dortmund pass like Haaland. Maybe that's going to help Haaland break the Premier League goal scoring record. And so we're simulating until the end of the season. Can Haaland become a Premier League record breaker? We're at the end of the season and Man City have won the Premier League and they scored a ton of goals. And yes, guys, Erling Haaland absolutely destroyed Mo Salah's record. 35 goals? How did he score like 21 goals in the remaining 19 games? Like, that is insane. Okay, that explains it. Ousmane Dembele and De Bruyne are some of the top assisters. They must have spoon-fed Haaland. With that, we've broken the first impossible record with Haaland, but trust me, the other records are even more difficult. While we keep trying breaking records with Haaland, I need you guys to break records as well. Destroy that like button, subscribe to the channel as well. Meanwhile, one record that's gonna take Haaland his entire career to break is Ronaldo's Champions League all-time record. Unfortunately, City got knocked out in the Champions League, and Haaland only managed to score 4 goals. Haaland has already scored 34 goals in the Champions League so far. We're adding 4 more to his tally from this season, so that's 38, but that is still 102 goals behind Cristiano Ronaldo. This is a record that would be crazy if we managed to break it. We've broken the record we needed to break in the Premier League with City. It's now time to move to the next league. The next record is in Ligue 1. You'd think maybe Mbappe or Zlatan Ibrahimovic would have the record, but it's Josep Skobla who in the 70s scored 44 goals in a Ligue 1 season. I have no idea how we pulled that off, but it's time with Haaland to attempt to break that. To break the Ligue 1 record of 44 goals, I think Haaland has only one choice, and that is to join PSG. PSG are the most dominant club in France. They're the club where I think Haaland might have a chance to break this incredible record. One thing's for sure, Haaland does have the supporting cast at PSG to break this crazy record. I mean, killing Mbappe, Neymar, Verratti, Marquinhos in the back, Donnarumma in goal. This team is nuts. The question is, will Mbappe and Neymar play the supporting cast and feed Haaland? That's going to be an interesting one. I also realize Haaland needs a bit more help in the attack as there's nobody really in the right wing position. So I've gone ahead and signed Jadon Sancho. For Haaland to break the record, I think he needs to be scoring 2 goals in every home game or something crazy like that. But if this happens a lot more where he doesn't score and Mbappe stealing the show, I doubt he's going to break this record. End of the season and Haaland has scored 28 goals. That is what, 14 goals? No, 16 goals away from just equaling the record. I told you, and having Mbappe in the team means the two of them are going to split the goals, and that's exactly what happened. Oh my god, PSG failed to win the league with this team as well. Like, what went wrong? And so with Haaland, we failed to break a record. Every time I do that, I'm going to be giving away one of these S2G FC kits to you guys. All you got to do is drop a like in the video and drop a comment as well. Oh, and by the way, you guys can get these kits if you want on S2GFC.com. Trust me, they're awesome. They're super comfy as well. Now that we failed to break this record, we can't just quit. We're going to give ourselves 2 seasons in every league to try and break the record. If we still fail, we got to just move on to a new club and a new league and try and break the record there. So, one more season with PSG to try and break the record. Meanwhile, in the Champions League, would you believe it? Bayer Leverkusen won the final against Atalanta. Yo, what's happening? No way. Haaland's PSG got knocked out in the group stages. What on earth? Bro, Haaland only scored 2 times in the Champions League. His total is now 40. He needs 100 more goals just to equal Ronaldo's record. Bro, I'm telling you, some of these records might just be impossible. Heading into our second attempt with Haaland to try and break the Liga record, do we make any changes to the team? Do we help out Haaland a little bit more? Because I think the team is incredible. All we need to do is change the instructions a bit to make it sure that Haaland is the guy. Mbappe, I'm sorry, you're going to have to play a supporting role in this team. Do you know what? Maybe we'll sign another midfielder. Maybe bringing Pedri to PSG could help out Haaland, because Pedri is the kind of player who plays for the team and brings a lot of assists. I don't think there's any fault with the team. Haaland better step up this season. 28 goals was good, but 44 is the target. It all starts with game number 1, and it's once again Kylian Mbappe stealing the show. Haaland did end up scoring in the next game, but he's gonna have to score more than just 1 goal. We're now making our way to the halfway point of the season. I'm not confident that Haaland will be able to do it. Okay, wow. Sharing the spotlight with Mbappe and Neymar is clearly not working. Haaland has got just 7 goals in Liga. There's no way he's getting even close to the 44 goal record. We're at the end of the season and Erling Haaland has only ended up scoring 17 goals in Liga. Fair enough, Neymar and Kylian Mbappe. You guys have shown who's the alpha here. The worst thing is, Haaland was only able to score 3 goals in the Champions League as well, so he's now on 43. That all-time record is looking tough. Well, at least Haaland gets to keep a Liga medal, and he's actually got a chance to win at PSG's first ever Champions League. I think more than records, this could be important for Haaland's legacy, so let's see if PSG can win this, and they end up losing that as well. Liga has not been good for Haaland. So far, we've managed to beat the Premier League record, but we failed the Liga record. It's time to move to a new league, new beginnings, to see if we can break the record. The next record we're trying to break with Erling Haaland is the Serie A most goals in a single season record. It's currently held by Ciro Immobile as well as Gonzalo Higuain, for scoring 36 goals in the Serie A season. That is definitely a more achievable target for Haaland. And the club I'm going to be putting him in to try and break the record is Napoli, the team of the Serie A this season. This is where I think he's got the best chance of breaking the record. Okay, the good thing is Osimhen is not at the club. And I think that's brilliant because Erling Haaland can be the center of attention here at Napoli. Creature might take away a few goals, but Napoli is more of an assister. So I think life in Napoli will definitely be a lot better. Although we might need to sign a right back to help Haaland out of it. Just sign Di Lorenzo to help out Haaland a bit, but I'm not making the same mistake as what we did with PSG, where Haaland was surrounded and had to share the spotlight. Here at Napoli, he's clearly the guy. 36 goals though is going to be tough, but we can't be failing 2 leagues. I don't want to be giving so many of my kids. Okay, let's do this. This is a good sign. First game in the Serie A and Haaland scores. Bang, he's scoring even against Juventus. I'm feeling we might be breaking the record here. Halfway through the season, and it does look like in Serie A at least we might be able to take away that record from Immobile and Higuain. 19 goals, 19 games. But why are Napoli so freaking bad in the league? Like, whoa, that's horrendous. The job is still not done yet. Let's get through the rest of the season and see if Haaland can actually break the record. Just 1 game left for the season to end, and Napoli have actually made a good comeback. The question is Haaland anywhere near? Oh my god, he's equaled the record. 36 goals in 37 games. Haaland just needs 1 more goal to break the Serie A record. All Haaland needs to do is score in this final game. Can he do it? And yes, guys, he's done it. Haaland scored the record-breaking goal, and that legit makes Haaland a record holder in the Serie A. 37 goals, breaking the 36 goal record. This is brilliant. Haaland also managed to score another 5 goals in the Champions League, but his total is up to now 47. Ronaldo, how did he manage to score 140? Haaland has now dominated the Premier League and the Serie A. Yes, he failed in the Liga, but it's now time to go back to a league where it all started for him. The next record we're going to attempt to break is, of course, the Bundesliga. Robert Lewandowski only recently scored 41 goals in a single season, which is crazy, and that's the record we're gonna try and break. The fact that it's Robert Lewandowski, you know, Haaland has got a bit of history with him, makes sense to try and break it. And the only club where realistically it's possible to break this record is Bayern Munich. So Erling Haaland is betraying Dortmund and joining Bayern. This is Haaland's team at Bayern, and boy does it look insane. It looks like it's perfectly built as well for Haaland to score all the goals. Sane, Coman whipping in balls, Jota playing off him. This could get really interesting. Okay, Haaland really does love the Bundesliga as he scored 3 times. Wait, there could be more goals. Oh my god. First game in the Bundesliga and Erling Haaland has just bagged 5 goals. What even? Look at that. 1 game, 5 goals. That is just ridiculous. He's going to break the record. Halfway through the season, the goals did kind of slow down from Haaland, but still 18 games, 19 goals, still far away from that record. Let's get until the end of the season and see if Haaland can create history by breaking Lewandowski's record. What? Haaland just completely fell off in the second half of the season. Oh no. We failed to break the Bundesliga record. I thought Haaland, the goal machine, would be able to do it here. And they didn't even win the league. Guys, at least according to FIFA, Haaland seems to not be that overpowered. Like, honestly. Even in the Champions League, Haaland scored only 7 goals, making his total up to 49, I think. And that is still so far away from Cristiano Ronaldo. Guys, we've got another season to try breaking the Bundesliga record. I think Haaland can do it, boys. I think he can do it. I don't know what happened towards the end of last season. Honestly, he's got the supporting cast. He's better than ever now. 97 overall. All of his stats look absolutely insane. He's broken the Serie A record, the Premier League as well. Let's get to the end of the season and see if Haaland can do it. We're at the end of the season, just 1 game to go, and Haaland and Bayern could end up winning the league. They could also end up bottling it. All depends on the final game, but what matters most is the goals. We're at the end of the season with just 1 game to go. The question is, has Erling Haaland pulled it off? And oh, wait, 40 goals in 33 games. The record is 41. Haaland has blitzed past everyone else, but he still needs to score 2 goals in his final game to make it happen. Can he do it, boys? Can he score 2 goals in his final game? Oh my god, Haaland did it! He did it in the 77th minute! He scored his 2nd goal of the game. That is won Bayern Munich the title, and it's made Erling Haaland a record breaker in a new league. That is now 3 leagues where he's the record breaker in of course Serie A, the Bundesliga, and the Premier League. Oh my god, we pulled it off. In other news, Haaland also had his most prolific season in the Champions League, but he's still, what, 70 or even more goals than that away from Ronaldo? That's a record we should just forget about. There's only 1 league remaining to conquer now for Erling Haaland, and that is La Liga. The record in La Liga, though, is virtually impossible to beat. It's a record that people say will last a lifetime. 50 goals in a season from Messi. To attempt to break that record, we're sending Erling Haaland to Barcelona, the club where Messi actually created that record. And tell you what, this Barcelona team is actually pretty good. But for the final league, we're going to be doing something different. We're going to put Erling Haaland 1 season in Barcelona, 1 season at Real Madrid, just to see which club gives him a better shot at breaking the record. And so we're getting through this season. In all honesty, I really don't think it's possible to break this record, so I'm already preparing to give away a kit. 50 goals in a single season is just bonkers. For someone to break that record, La Liga would have to increase the number of games in the season. If they make it like 50 games a season, maybe then we'll have someone break that record. Nowhere near, guys. But at the end of the season, Haaland managed to score 27 in La Liga, only 3 in the Champions League as well. Overall standings, Haaland, yup, he managed to win the Golden Boot, but getting to that 50 goal mark, I don't think it's possible in a video game. Like, honestly, that's how insane that record is. But we're not giving up just yet in La Liga. 1 more attempt of breaking the record, but this time we're putting Erling Haaland at Real Madrid. I'll tell you what, if there was ever a team where Haaland could do a madness, it's this one. Look at that Madrid team. It's so freaking good. Let's ignore Messi's 50 goal record. If Haaland can even break Ronaldo's record in La Liga, which was 48 goals in a season, that is insane in itself. That'll be a big double. Let's see if we can even get close. We're at the end of the season and Haaland is now 98 rated. Madrid have won La Liga and Haaland finished top scorer, but he was nowhere near Ronaldo and Messi. Oh my god. Some records in football just can't be broken. But Haaland could win the Champions League with Madrid as they faced Newcastle, and they lost that as well. This is sad. So in today's video, we managed to break the Premier League, the Serie A, as well as the Bundesliga record. But some records were just impossible to break from Messi and Ronaldo. And to be honest, honest, even from that dude in Liga. But if you like this video, I'm sure you'll enjoy me conquer every top 5 league as a manager. Click here to watch that.